What's up guys, Collected King here. I want to do something a little different. I want to show you guys my collection so far of what we've been putting together. You guys have seen the YouTube shorts if you've been watching, and we've had our hands on some pretty epic things this year that we've made some small videos about. But in this video I'd like to show you guys what we have going on the shelves and just give you a quick tour around the room. So let's get into it. I wanted to show you guys this shelf before we dive into the real meat and potatoes of this collection tour video. This is a neat little shelf that I set up. These are a bunch of Skylander figures that I got from my old man that he just found out in his shed. And I was like, you know what? Take them home. They probably make a neat little shelf in the room. If you guys ever played this game on PS3, it was a cool game where you got all these little figures and you set them on this platform and it'd light up and the figures would show up inside the game. It was a fun game back in the day. Nowadays, kids, I don't know if they'd be interested in a game like that, but you never know. And of course, the two Marvel Legends Hulks that we just recently did YouTube short video reviews on, the Marvel Legends Maximum Hulk and the Marvel Legends Red Hulk. A couple of cool figures from the Marvel Legends line. And up here, I wanted to show you guys this really quick. I have some really neat Dragon Ball Z posters. These are just really cool accents to go around the room. I actually got these posters printed off at Walgreens. I did not know that they did that. I knew Walgreens printed off pictures and stuff like that, but I didn't know that they did posters, and my wife actually turned me on to that, so definitely took advantage of that and started printing off some of these cool posters for the poster room. Without a doubt, is the best in the room. Broly has always been my favorite DBZ character, and when we found this image, I was like, that is menacing and epic. We have got to print that off and put it in the room. And that's exactly what we did. The posters that you can get from Walgreens, they have sales all the time for these things, and you guys can print these off for like $10 each. Really affordable, really cheap. But enough delaying. Let's get on to showing you guys what we have on the shelves. I thought I would start things off by showing you guys the Saiyan Saga shelf. It's definitely one of my favorite, if not the favorite shelf out of the whole collection. The Vegeta, Nappa, and Grade 8 Vegeta trio here looks really awesome. Here is the lowest born Saiyan Goku. He was actually very difficult to find, but after some immense searching around the stores in the area, we happen to finally come across one. We have Tien and Chaozu here. It's a really cool looking shelf. And I actually have these shelves in order, because next is the Frieza Saga. It's a really cool looking figure there. Goku throwing his best Kamehameha there. Definitely one of my favorite figures in the collection. I'm going to have to do a top 5 in this collection. That cooler is absolutely awesome. I actually took that energy effect off Super Saiyan 4 Goku because Cooler did not come with an energy effect, and I think he should have for how much he cost. He should have came with an energy effect. Here we have Dodoria. Fourth form Frieza. Definitely a cool setup there. A lot of people have this set up on like a diorama, and eventually I would love to have some dioramas. Let's have to get some foam and make them. Moving on to the Cell Saga shelf. Pretty cool. Out of this saga, a lot of people's favorite figure, might be Super Saiyan 2, Teen Gohan, or Trunks here, which is definitely a cool figure. But mine was Android 16. Don't know why. The figure just really, I think he's really cool. And so out of that whole saga, he was my favorite figure. I do like to take care of my boxes as well, because I believe when you're collecting figures that are this expensive, the box is definitely part of the value. But that is shelf number 1. In a nutshell, let's go ahead and move on to shelf 2. So to start the second shelf off, we'll take a look at Super Saiyan 3 Goku here. It's a pretty cool setup on the stand here. Him throwing a power punch. This is a really neat figure. I have had some fun with him. He does tend to fall over a lot when he's not on a stand, just because his hair is heavy and it makes him fall backwards. But these stands are pretty neat. I found them on Amazon. $18 for a box of 12, I believe. They do tend to break if you're a little too rough with them, but overall they have served their purpose for me. Moving on to Shenron. I believe you can't have a DBZ collection without the dragon. He's pretty much the mascot of the entire franchise. It's pretty cool. They made a special edition of him. I just grabbed the normal one because the special edition is too hard to find. Maybe on eBay if you want to really try to get him in your collection. Here's some GT figures. These are the only 2 GT figures I have in my collection. Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Kid Goku. Pretty cool. Kid Goku has become one of my favorites in the collection. I don't know why. He's just so accurate to the anime. It's pretty neat. I like that shelf. It's a sweet little setup there. Moving on to what is my favorite shelf, and it should be clear why. Like I said earlier, Broly has always been my favorite figure. Favorite character from the DBZ franchise. So powerful and menacing and tough to deal with. I tried to set this shelf up to represent the movie pretty accurately. I know that this Trunks here is not from the movie, but SH Figuarts, Bandai, they have not released that figure. I know that there's been some third-party companies that have released him. I just haven't had a chance to pick him up yet. But overall, I think this shelf turned out pretty good. It took me a while to figure out how I wanted to set all these shelves up, but in the end, I think they turned out pretty good. Moving on to the next shelf, you guys will realize that this shelf is all about movie characters that they've done so far. The other shelf was based on the TV series. So here we have Ultimate Gohan powering up just before he goes beast in the superhero movie. We got Goku and Vegeta throwing some energy at each other. Orange Piccolo looking like a stud back there. We got normal Piccolo up front, powering up, getting ready to throw a special beam cannon at somebody. And then over here, of course, Beast Gohan throwing a special beam cannon. This is a really, really cool figure. One of my favorites, for sure. And moving on to the last shelf that I have figures on, the Broly shelf with Super Broly. This here is such an epic figure, especially with the green aura effect swirling around him. Very cool. Got blue Goku, blue Vegeta, and obviously full power Broly. I still like the 1.0 Broly more, but this one is, he's pretty awesome. And then to finish it off, we've got Super Saiyan God Goku. Pretty neat figure. And then just more of the boxes. Like I said, the boxes are part of the value when you are collecting expensive figures like this. Pretty awesome shelf on both sides of the room. Here in the middle, I have this stand here. Just trying to maybe eventually get a retro gaming thing going, but for right now, just focused on the figures. And that is the collection. Hopefully you guys have thoroughly enjoyed taking a look around the room and through the shelves and seeing the setup that we have so far this year in 2025. It's really awesome that we were able to get our hands on so many epic, hard to get figures this quick. And it's been awesome being able to put out some YouTube short videos and also showing you guys around the room. If you guys haven't done so already, throw me a like, hit the subscribe button so I can keep bringing you guys better and better and more videos. Until next time, never stop collecting.